Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
For many of us, birthdays are about food, friends, and festivity. But for 10-year-old Lizette Paris and her family, her last 2 birthdays have been more than just cake and candles. They have been celebrations of the very fact that she is alive.
Everything for me was work, 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 work. When I started working, like I tell you, Mom, my head is hurting. Mom, I have fever. Just Tylenol, Tylenol, Tylenol. I was like, that was it.
That was Thelma Paris's routine when it came to sickness and her 4 children. But then one day, the simple pain reliever didn't work on her youngest daughter's aching leg.
My husband took her to the doctor. I went to work. And I was at work when he called, and he told me I have to come back. I have to come down from Ladysville because they need to talk to me. My daughter is really sick. I didn't expect that bad news. And the doctor didn't say my daughter had cancer. So I said, oh. I say, is it going to get better? He said, no.
Lizette's diagnosis in December 2008 was osteosarcoma, one of the most common but aggressive types of bone cancer. From the outset, the odds of survival were not in Lizette's favor.
And I say, I'm going to lose my baby now. And that's what I said, she's going to die. And I didn't say anything, I just came out. I come out of the doctor's office.
For adults, accessing cancer treatment within Belize is extremely limited, but significant progress has been made with the launch of the Dangriga Cancer Center. Unfortunately for children, the situation is unchanged. Their only option is to seek medical care abroad. Desperate to save their daughter, the Paris family borrowed what money they could and took Lizette to a hospital in Merida, Mexico.
Many times they say, why? I wish it could have been me and not her. Not her. Because I see the pain they go through with that chemotherapy and the bad feeling they have, the throwing up, they stay weak, like all they want to do is sleep, they don't want to eat, they don't want anything. I wish I could help, but I can do nothing. I was like helpless. And what used to frighten me more is that sometimes when the doctors told us that sometimes it's not the cancer who kills your child, it's the treatment.
As brutal as chemotherapy was, Lizette never lost her smile, even when she lost her hair. But the worst was yet to come. If doctors were to have any chance of saving the girl's life, Lizette would have to lose her leg. Even with such radical treatment, Thelma Paris knew her child was in the fight of her life.
I know a person, I'm not really into church. But that moment, I learned to pray. I believe in my God, I believe in everything.
For an entire year, Thelma stayed at her daughter's bedside in Mexico until doctors confirmed that the child's cancer was in remission. But not every family is so lucky.
My name's Sally.
Cancer? Well, that didn't even enter my mind. She was never a sickly child. She was never sickly, so it was something that shocked us.
In April 2008, Holly Beth Evans' 8-year-old daughter Cecily started feeling pain in her lymph nodes. Despite several trips to different doctors, the young girl's health continued to decline.
And the doctors didn't know why. They kept changing antibiotics, strong antibiotics every single day. And she was in a lot of pain. The last test the doctor did was a CT scan. And that showed that she had a tumor in her leg. He told me that it was cancerous and that I needed to take her away abroad for treatment.
Rhabdomynosarcoma, a rare and even more aggressive form of the cancer that would soon strike at Lizette Paris, had taken fierce hold of 8-year-old Cecily.
She had pain every single night. She used to scream in her pillow at night so that the other kids wouldn't wake up. But In Merida, she didn't have any pain. But when she went to sleep, she had hemorrhage and she died in her sleep. So she died peacefully.
Today, this single mother can only console herself with the memories Cecily left behind.
Every special occasion, she would make a card for everyone, her aunts, her uncles, grandmother. It didn't have to be a special occasion. She would write little poems or little letters and cards. So each of us now, we have a whole stock of cards from her.
But more than just bittersweet memories, Cecily has left a legacy that is helping Belizean doctors in their fight to help children battling cancer.
I know that I can't turn back the time, but I know I'll be able to help other kids out there. And the doctors, they know about her case. All of the doctors in Belize, they know about this type of cancer now.
One child Cecily has helped is Lizette Perez. The Perez and Evans families have never met, but the same doctors who only 4 months earlier had documented Cecily's symptoms recognized the similarities immediately in Lizette. That quick cancer diagnosis is a huge factor in Lizette's survival.
A lot of the medical community now are getting more knowledgeable of it, and it's now less further down on the list.
According to pediatrician Dr. Cecilio Eck, both parents and doctors should always be on the lookout for symptoms of cancer.
If a child comes to you with growing pains that doesn't go away, with a swelling, with wax and corn on the same part of the leg or the foot, then you need to investigate a little bit further. You need to be more aggressive and not shy away from it. The best parents I have are parents who ask questions, and I implore them to do so. If you don't believe what I'm saying, I tell all my parents, look it up. If you find something that's contrary to what I say, come back with your data and I'll go through it with you. That is what I mean by giving a parent the responsibility of their child's illness.
But perhaps the darkest side of cancer is the financial reality of the disease. Despite tremendous assistance from Mexican treatment centers, many Belizean families are hard-pressed to find the funds to access the care. Doctors say some children die simply because there is no money.
But we still got, we got bills. We got bills to pay. So.
I got a loan for her, not thinking that she would die, to help me with medical bills and stuff. And now that she has passed away, I'm still dealing with financially.
I make food for sale because sometimes I can depend on the Cancer Society sometimes because sometimes they don't have, because so many children are sick now. So I have to try and make my own money. Or if they give me for my passage, I have to raise still yet for my hotel, for my food, for everything.
You know, they say one full basket, right? So if everybody would come together and donate some money to the Cancer Society, then they would be able to help kids or even older people who would come up with some type of cancer. They would be able to help them.
I think the powers that be in this country need to understand that with the little resources we have, we can provide much better care for kids in prevention of cancers, in prevention of communicable illnesses, much more than what we're doing right now.
Beyond the physical loss of her leg, Lizette still struggles to deal with her self-confidence.
Sometimes I wonder if I never get sick, how things may be right now. Sometimes the night I used to always think about it. I used to feel sad. Sometimes in my room I cry by myself. And I don't tell nobody. But now everybody knows.
We were walking down the bridge, and this man, he said it loud, "Oh my God, it's a poor little girl. Watch that, you only have one leg." And she heard it. I tell her, it's not your fault. It's that happened to you, so you shouldn't be ashamed. You should be proud of this, that you survived. Now everybody do it, and you should be proud that you don't care what people think or say. You still go to school, you still do what you have to do.
While none of her doctors can promise that the cancer is gone forever, Lizette can once again dream about her future, just as any 10-year-old should.
Sometimes I want to be a vet and sometimes I want to work for a bank. Sometimes I want to be a vet because all different kind of animals are into and it's kind of fun. And in a bank, I just like count money.
Reporting for 7 News, I am Janelle Chanona.